I know I did ask earlier gender differences.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see?
We see many more. I think anecdotally, I don't have data on this, but we do see many more girls than boys.
It's just that the amount of alcohol
girls
needed to
reach
overtake
that point much more quickly than boys. Because their livers aren't as equipped to metabolize alcohol as
that have to do with their size.
Has to do with their size. And there's just a gender difference in how alcohol is metabolized. Has to do with the fat percentage of the body, which is higher in girls than in boys, but it has to do with how able they are to metabolize the alcohol. You know, to take the alcohol and dehydrogenate it in the liver in order to inactivate it. Otherwise, it's floating around your body and being absorbed into your brain cells, where it kind of gums up the works.
So you, at least in your experience, anecdotally, you see more female teenagers?
Yes, we see more female teenagers.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Bit of a surprise. Does that also track for Purim? Or that's a little bit more balanced?
I don't know. Yeah. And the Purim issue, I think, is, if I was working in Jerusalem, I would see it more in the yeshiva population, guys who go out, yeshiva boys go out to the bars, which... and there are bars in Jerusalem that cater to them. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna throw out names there. There are bars in Jerusalem that cater to these 18-year-olds that are waiting for them and eagerly feed them alcohol in order to get them hooked and coming back week after week. And I know that these are institutions that will serve minors alcohol with no questions asked. You do not need to be 18 to walk in there. They cater in English. They cater to the American crowd that suddenly finds they have the
ability. They have the freedom, the access to do so.
Yeah, it's like the opium wars in China in the late 1800s. The British feeding the Chinese opium in order to break open the trade barriers.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the same way that these bars are. I mean, since the time I was a yeshiva student, this is going back decades, year after year, with no consequences at all. They are serving 18 and below alcohol with no, usually a responsible bartender would say, you've had too much. There's none of that there. They intend to get these kids drunk. And parents should know that. Parents should be, a parent of a child who's 18 in yeshiva in Israel should be forbidding their child from setting foot in any of these facilities.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to give names, but you know who you are.